commercial.
Who are you going for? Like, do you think gay guys are gonna go? You know what? We want to fight fires now.
But it was like, I get it. You're progressive. It's like this. God damn it! I want to know what the commercial is.
Offensive though, isn't it? Like, dude, if you buy into that, like, oh my god, I'm so happy this company is woke, and you're just a mark. They're just taking advantage of you. They're just trying to make money off of you.
Sort of, but it's also hot. There's like hot fireman and his hot boyfriend, and they're making out, and the guy comes back from a fire and he's ready to get some dick, right?
Yeah.
Holla. It looks fun.
Yeah. He's a hero.
As long as it's not lesbians.
They're trying to sell you insurance or whatever the fuck they're selling. I don't know what they're selling. I don't remember who did the commercial, but I remember saying, oh, okay, we're being progressive. I love it. Why not? I don't give a shit. Go for it.
I just find it weird. I find it strange, the woke capitalism thing, that companies will take a position that you think would turn off like 50% of the people who buy from them. But they do it to prove their, I don't know, goodness.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt. Does it hurt? Like, does anybody go, fuck Blue Cross? I'm getting my fucking insurance from that
people
hot
are lazy.
Spanish broad.
Whatever the cheapest option is, they're buying that. It's like the Equinox thing that just happened. Nobody's fucking leaving Equinox. Let me tell you something. There's no other option. It's convenient. You got your fucking gym membership. A handful of people are virtue signaling, but all the people complaining saying boycott Equinox online, they're not fucking Equinox members. They're fucking fat
why
college
to boycott Equinox again?
Because
one of the owners was a Trump supporter. He gave money to Trump.
That's right.
He held a fundraiser last week for Trump. So people were freaking out saying to boycott the brand, but it's like, where else are you going to go? There's not another high-end gym that's all over the place like that.
Do you know praise on your
the exact same political beliefs
it's
as
so
someone
weird.
who runs a business?
It's like if I go to buy a sandwich, do I have to go like, so where were you on the Iraq War? No? Okay, let me.
I want to say,
do you know this.
A company that preys on your laziness is the insurance that you get through like SAG-AFTRA. Mm-hmm. They you get it for free if you qualify, and then when you don't qualify for it, you're still enrolled in it, and it's like the most expensive insurance. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, and they kind of got me almost in that way, where a year where it wasn't taken care of, I was like, well, I don't want to switch out and then have any doctors think, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like be different. So they kind of get you like that.
Dude, this Trump thing is like, if you support anything that he does, even just his business practices, then you're racist. Like everything that you support, if he supports it, you're racist.
Yeah, it's crazy. You're a Nazi, you're racist. And when somebody calls you racist or a Nazi, even people that don't believe that, they don't want to stand with you and defend you, because then they're being perceived as defending a racist or a Nazi. And it's a trick, and it's very effective.
It's a juicy soap opera.
I don't know why this guy supports Trump, but maybe he could explain it.
Right. And he's a real estate guy. He's a big real estate guy, related properties. He has nothing to do with his gym. Okay, this has to do with the fact that he probably has real estate deals for a very, very long time with Trump, and his gym is inconsequential compared to the billion-dollar company that he runs.
Well, that makes sense then. That makes sense why he would support Trump, especially if he knows Trump. But it's if you can't see that, I mean, if you have a problem with that, and many people would, right? Many people would have a problem with that. Like, that's a different thing. But if you hear what people are saying, they're saying if you support Trump, that you support racists, you support white nationalists, and I think you're leaving so many people out of the conversation when you do that.
Oh yeah, I mean the guy got 62 million people to vote for him. So if you're saying anyone who supports him is some type of Nazi white nationalist, then we got bigger problems. But you're saying the whole country should break up.
No one knows the definition of those things anymore. When Milo, you said about Milo, when he came on, the things he was called that just like on paper couldn't even apply to be.
Right.
Would never be accepted into being a Nazi or a white supremacist.
You guys remember when we were kids, we read about McCarthyism, you know, and the Red Scare? We always thought, like, God, we're past that. That kind of shit's never going to happen again. But what that is like a symptom of people worried about people defecting from their tribe or turning on their tribe. And we have this, like, built-in fear of this kind of shit happening.
Well, there's that aspect to it, right? It's the people who are worried about people defecting, and then you have the opportunists who can play off that 100%. And go, instead of having to win an argument or having to, like convince people, I'm just going to say you're with the other tribe, you're in this bad group, so don't even talk to that person anymore. Don't even listen to what they have to say.
And if you're in one tribe on every issue, you're a fucking dolt.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Why do you have to be so defined by your tribe? You know what I mean? Like,
I would love to hear the argument about the what it does good for him for his real estate ventures. I would love to hear it, like an honestly laid out argument of why someone like Trump's better if you're a real estate developer, and it might be a significant part of his business.
Yeah.
I'm not being an apologist.
And he might
for the
not.
guy.
People also will just like. There's this weird thing where people think that business owners and people that make a lot of money are inherently bad, but it's like, I don't know, dude, just because somebody's really good and really successful, he's got kids he wants to feed, he has grandkids he wants to watch grow up and go to college. It's like, I don't know, I don't think that's is necessarily just bad people that have a lot of money. I think that there's a lot of good people that have a lot of money as well, and I think they do a lot of good shit.
Well, I just, whenever someone gets really upset about an issue, you always have to wonder, like, how much of it going in there was, I mean, what is upsetting to you? Is upsetting to you that anyone who supports Trump, like Trump represents all the things that are wrong with America today in terms of like white nationalists and terrorist attacks, and mass shootings, and
Misogyny
keeping
and-
misogyny, keeping the immigrants out, and being mean and being America first. Like, fuck, it's one of those things today where if you support any part of that, even if it's good for your business, you're just a magnet for fucking people who are angry at all the things.
Well, that whole list
they
was
identify
ridiculous.
with
It was
the
like
Trump
Chick-fil-A,
administration.
McDonald's, like,
Yeah.
man.
Every
Big
one of them.
businesses,
There's a
It was
big
like- it was
successful
like
businesses.
sort of be products,
Surprise,
pens,
surprise.
light
Yeah.
bulbs.
The number's crazy, right?
people
Electricity.
It's like a lot
Ed,
of businesses, a lot of big businesses support Trump.
But it's
You know,
isn't it
it's good
so
for them.
weird how people like project their own thing onto the situation? Because even like that, you just said like what everyone hates about Trump, but the people who support Trump, they're not even on the other side of those issues. It's not like they're like, no, we are pro-white nationalists. They just see him as a completely different thing. They're like making the country great and jobs and draining the swamp and all these other things. Like people are looking at the same thing and seeing very different realities.
Yeah, they are, and people are going in with their preconceived bias and getting them confirmed. You know, with every, I mean, even with the way you looked at the Mueller report, like the Republicans looked at it as a victory, and the Democrats looked at it as some sort of an open door to impeachment.
Yeah, but that was, I don't know. If the thing starts off with every day you're hearing on the news that the president is colluding with a hostile foreign power, he's a Russian puppet, he's working with Vladimir Putin, and then by the end you're like, we have to impeach him because he thought about obstructing the investigation that he was declared not guilty, and it's like, this is getting weird. You guys were going to be upset no matter what you found.
100%.
Dave loves Trump.
It's
What
Dave.
I'm trying to say.
Sounds like he does.
Dave just loves Trump.
I'm going hard Nazi this time. I'm not coming back on the show. I'm going hard this time.
It's the fucked up part is only having really two choices. Like we're scrambling to see who's choice number two. Who's going to be the one that opposes Trump? And you're seeing people starting to crack under pressure, like re-entry pressure. And they're trying to figure out who's going to be.
Ben Glebe.
Maybe. Imagine we all doubted him. If he gets through and becomes president, we'll be fucked. When you look at the people that are in line, though, does anybody stand out that you would think that would be able to?
Well, I don't know how much of a realistic shot, but who I love Tulsi Gabbard. I sent her money twice already, and I disagree with her on like 80% of her shit.
I
She's
love
a
her
real
too.
interesting person,
She really is.
and she's dead on about the war stuff, and she's
Yeah, about Medicare. She's dead on about a lot of things.
Also, she's kind of hot. Fuck yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Dave,
She's a really nice
Dave
person.
didn't agree with something with Medicare?
No, I don't like her Medicare stuff, but I do like the most important thing that she leads with is the war stuff. And she's got a great position where she's like did 2 tours in Iraq. She's still active duty. And so, like the normal like comeback is like, "Oh, you're against the wars." It's like, "Well, you're just kind of a wimp, or you wouldn't want to protect the country." And she's like, "No, asshole, I actually went. I'm the one who's willing to go die for this, and I'm telling you, we shouldn't be dying for this." And
What
I
did she
think it's
do?
great.
What was her job over there, though?
Oh, it was serious. She was like in a medical unit, so she was like dealing with the people who actually
But
seen
not
the
like
worst part.
infantry, though.
No, she was making breakfast.
No,
She's
have you seen
dealing
her?
with the results of
Fucking
infantry.
Edge.
Yeah.
Was it Edge of Tomorrow? Was it Tom Cruise?
It was her job to clean up the DVDs.
That's a hot subject, right? Women in combat.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of shit about making jokes about saying I don't understand what a girl. I watch the show Cops a lot, and I don't understand what a girl cop has ever done in a situation that's hostile, except for make the perp get much more hurt, shot, or tased because she's in the way of it happening, and people got really upset about me saying that. But it really